The spotlight will be on breaking or breakdancing in Paris as the best b-boys and b-girls compete at the 2024 Olympic Games. It's quite a journey for a dance that emerged from the streets of New York and in particular the Bronx in the 1970s. In 1973, Clive Campbell, otherwise known as DJ Kool Herc, held a house party here at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue, now known as the birthplace of hip-hop. He noticed people dancing energetically during the break of the song, the part where only the drums would be left playing. By spinning two records at the same time, the break could be extended.
Break beats for a DJ is extending a song, a break of a song. Very often James Brown records had those break beats, those breakdowns. And James Brown would go 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 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 and you just keep catching that 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right now we're standing in the center, smack dab in the center of Bronx River Projects. There was times where every single one of these buildings had a gang in it.
Alien Ness is a former b-boy and a former president of the Mighty Zulu Kings, a b-boy group that was founded by another DJ, Africa Bambaataa.
I always say hip-hop is a way for somebody to raise their hand up out of all the dirt and rubble and say, hey, look at me, I could do this.
It didn't take long for breaking to evolve. By placing cardboard on the ground, the dance could incorporate even more acrobatic moves.
Dancers were afforded opportunities that rappers and graffiti artists couldn't get. But when it came to the dance, it was like, wow, that's incredible. I never saw anything like that. What do you call that? How does he do that? Oh my God, does that hurt?
But at the very height of its popularity, breaking was phased out of the hip-hop scene, although it continued to grow outside of that bubble internationally.
Breaking has come far since its humble beginnings, and now it will get a chance to shine on the biggest stage of all, as breakers from around the world compete at the Paris Olympics.
B-girl Sunny Choi will represent the US in Paris. She hopes the Olympic spotlight will bring further opportunities for inner-city youth.
I mean, one of the most beautiful things about breaking is that there are not a ton of barriers to entry. You just need enough floor. You don't need to pay to go to some teacher or go to a studio. Most of the places I practice still are community centers and they're free.
That view is echoed by b-boy Victor Montalvo, also headed to Paris on Team USA.
I want more inner-city kids to enjoy breaking. You don't need much. This is not, we don't have expensive tools, all you need is a speaker, a dance floor, and self-expression.
The inclusion of breaking in the Olympics will also give the dance recognition.
Breaking in the Olympics is an accomplishment for hip-hop. This is a way to get the culture recognized and legitimized in the top tier of competition around the world, and I think that that's a great thing.
But breaking faces an uncertain future. It's not currently part of the 2028 Olympic roster in Los Angeles. That means b-boys and b-girls must make the most of the Paris platform to show the event warrants an Olympic return. Dan Williams, CGTN, New York.
Dan had a chance to catch up with Team USA's favorites to win the medal in breaking, Victor Montalvo. Take a look.
Expectations for Paris 24, breaking making its debut.
What I do expect is just enjoying my whole time during that Olympic experience, having fun, not overstressing myself out, just enjoying the people, enjoying the city, and just getting ready to prepare for breaking's debut. I want to show breaking at its best of its capabilities, and I just want to bring the culture alive and bring the essence of breaking to the Olympics.
Tell me a little bit about your story, about how you got into breaking, because I know there's a bit of a family tradition there, right?
Yes, so my dad and his twin brother were breakers back in Mexico. They did it for a little bit. It was a hobby to them. They taught me and all of my siblings, so they introduced me to breaking at the age of 6. I stopped for about 4 years. My cousin got back into it, and he's the one that taught me breaking. And from then, I just didn't stop. It was something I fell in love with. I just loved the music, the vibe of it.
Obviously, you're representing the US now. Do you feel like there's like an extra kind of target on your back or an extra kind of sense of responsibility given that breakdancing, or breaking originated here from the US?
Yeah, I feel like there is a responsibility for me representing breaking culture, hip-hop culture, and I'm gonna make sure that I represent it the right way and pay homage to the elders that came before me. And yeah, that's my main goal.
How much of a shop window, I mean, obviously it's not part of LA 28, but how much of a shop window is this for the sport?
For me, it's super important to expose like this dance to a different audience, a broader audience that has heard of breaking or has not heard of breaking, and the ones that have misconceptions about breaking and stereotypes about breaking, because it's not spinning on your butt or dancing on a cardboard floor anymore. It's evolved. The moves are bigger, faster, stronger, and it's more structured. So I feel like at the Olympics, people are going to be shocked once they watch breaking, because it's such an amazing art form, sport, especially when you see it in person. You get to see the details and the aura of the dancer.